time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, buddy? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
All right, thank you. Jeez. My name is Neil Rule. Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. He's got business and such.
Yeah.
In the streets. So
you don't ask him about it. You just
don't
let him
ask
go.
about his business.
Just let him go.
But he'll be out the rest of the week, as a matter of fact. But that's okay. Sam Flannel is in. We got KG here in the building. Young Justin, Spencer Raxter, third to first across your infield. And Flannel, I have to tell the people this story. Yesterday, I experienced my first tornado.
Really?
Up in Washington Township, and it was wild. And I don't know. I haven't heard any new. Oh, by the way, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump in to the chat. And I don't know that it was ever classified as one. I don't know the rules with that. However, I do know this, Flannel. I just got done grilling dinner. I got an alert on my phone, shout out weather app, and said there was lightning detected about 12 miles north of here. And I thought, that's weird, because I literally just got done grilling, and it's sunny, and it's 1,000,000 degrees outside.
Yep.
So I flipped open the radar, and the reckoning was coming, Flannel. It was about 12 miles away.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was quite a night last night. I'm on the opposite end. I'm on the west side. You're on the east side. And I didn't get what I perceived to be a tornado, but it was just one of those nights where periodically throughout the day we did Wake Up Woodward, and it was dark clouds. I left the office yesterday, and it was sunny. And then later on that night, we all know what happened with the storms. And a bunch of people I know lost power, including people who came into Woodward today. So it was certainly a reckoning in some ways. And if you believe you saw a tornado, then damn it, you saw a tornado.
But here's the deal. So, like, I checked the radar, as I said, and I was like, oh, my God. And then all of a sudden, boom, like that. It was literally nighttime outside.
Yeah.
And the wind picked up badly. And then all of a sudden, the wind, like I thought the wind picked up. No. And I looked out the window, and I was talking to my wife, and she goes, look at that out there. And I look. And the air is spinning. Like, the leaves, the dust, the degree. It's spinning, like going through the neighborhood. And it was, like, weird. I had never seen it outside like that before. Like, it was dark, but it was light.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, man, like, wind that I had never seen in my life. It was so windy. So I had, like, the grill outside on the deck that has a cover on it. The wind, like, blew the cover up. And the grill door, the door we put the propane in, it blew that off the grill.
Oh, my God.
And then my patio, and then about 8 seconds after that, my patio umbrella that's out there snapped in half.
Yeah, that's gone.
It snapped in half. They're like metal, steel.
Yeah.
It snapped in half. That was a tornado. I don't care what. I'm not a weatherman.
No, absolutely.
You play one on TV, though.
But I was playing one yesterday, and that was a tornado. And it was scary for a minute, no doubt.
Twister. It's a twister. Shout out Wizard of Oz. But
I thought hurricane season was over.
Right?
No, it was though, man. It was grim out there for a couple of minutes. So
glad you're okay, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everything's cool.
Okay.
Like, there was some patio furniture damage and stuff like that. But I do like to say my kids have a trampoline, but old Dad
Yes, sir.
yes.
anchored it strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real man.
It buckled a couple of times,
Yeah.
but we stood in there.
Weedles waddle, but they don't fall down.
That's what I'm saying. Dad did it. 40 Goma, Neil, I'm in Livonia. We had that tornado earlier this year. Was the same experience. Was out of nowhere. Things just started moving around, and it sounded like a train. And that's, like, if you guys have, anybody here ever, like, deal with it before? You ever, like, been in a tornado or anything?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nobody? You have? Okay. Like, that was like, that's why it was so scary, because it was different, that sound. And you don't know it if you haven't heard it before. But trust me, if you guys ever hear it, you'll know it.
The sound of a tornado?
Yeah, like it's like a train going through a tunnel. Like it's I'm telling you guys, it's wild, and it is scary.
How was Brandon the Cats?
My wife went down in the basement. Pretty much right away.
Yeah.
They took Brandon Katz with them, or with them. But my son, My son still, because I don't know what it is, like the middle-aged guy in you.
Yeah.
You know, you got to like see what's, because I'd never seen it before.
Yeah, you got to check it out.
And there I stood in a living room with, right next to a glass window. Real smart move.
Yeah.
Like 101, what not to do. Yeah, shout out to the pets because my orange cat Milo was not a fan of what was going on last night. He wanted to hide under the bed. So shout out to Milo.
Neil, did you hit the legendary dad pose as you looked out into the abyss of the tornado?
No, I didn't do that. Because I was kind of like, quote unquote, keeping my head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
You was ready to take off.
Right, I was. Now I will say this for future reference: if this happens again and I do it again, and you read it and you see a story in the news where it says Washington Township man, impaled by a trampoline leg that blew through his window and went through his chest,
Yeah.
I deserve that.
Yeah.
I want that on record. I want you guys to play this clip. If it ever happens, I got what I deserve because I would have deserved. I deserved anything bad that happened to me.
Yeah.
That's where I'm built different than most people, Flan. I'm not looking to blame others. That was me.
Self-aware.
There you
Worth
go.
it, right? All worth it.
Just a fan. We were about a quarter mile away from a tornado. Mike G, Neil, did you give the tornado tone? I did. I did as a matter of fact. But you know what? And this is the other thing I learned too, guys. This is educational. Them sirens started going off after it was just about over. I was like, oh, thanks.
Oh, right. After the fact. It was great.
Oh, thanks. Like I thought we pay extra taxes up here in the hills of Washington Township. We're supposed to have our own siren that goes off before the commoners.
Exactly.
No warning, just bam, here it is.
Right.
It's unfortunate.
Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there, get your thoughts out there. El Gato, we don't get tornadoes in Bloomfield. Nature favors the rich. Well, El Gato, that's how I knew it was bad. Like the weather, shout out Ryan Ermanni and Fox 2. The Fox 2 person on the street was in Birmingham, like 2 miles from here.
Yeah.
Trees were down everywhere. That's how you knew it was a real storm. Your tax bracket didn't matter yesterday.
Yeah.
I would like to say, as a representative of Bloomfield, it was a tornado in Bloomfield yesterday. I walked outside, and the wind gusts were swirling at like 60 miles an hour. So
Centerline was fine. We didn't even lose power.
All right.
yeah, I lost power 3 times.
Damn.
Suck it.
Right.
Yeah.
We flickered,
Detroit stand up, baby.
in the township, but we held a lot like the trampoline. The power situation was a lot like the trampoline in my backyard. It flickered for a couple minutes, but it held strong.
Sounds like the slums. We don't deal with these problems in Detroit.
But hey, we overcame, right?
Yeah,
we pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps.
You got
that's
to
our
sometimes.
favorite line, KG.
You got to.
You have to.
Ain't nobody coming to help you.
Yeah, 40 Gumbel. I'm surprised both your furnaces stayed on, Neil. Well, there was 98 degrees. There was no need for the furnace.
Yeah.
No.
But no, it was wild. Crazy Clone. We lost power for about 10 seconds. Cue Ball 93, 60 mile per hour winds isn't a tornado. It wasn't. It was more than that by us. It was. I had never felt anything like even 40, 50 mile an hour winds I had felt before. I had never felt something like that.
Yeah.
Where you had to you had to square up. When I walked outside to get that, to get that metal shrapnel off the patio, you had to
You shall not pass.
You need to
Yeah.
brace yourself.
Yeah, you had to square up to walk, man. I'm just. It was scary. It was scary for a second, but it did it blew through so fast.
Yeah.
But shout out everybody though. If you don't have the power today, that sucks. I know
Sucks.
DTE's out there doing it.
Man, what? It made me late to work almost. With big DTE trucks in the middle of Southfield Road. It's bad.
It is. They're out there though. They're out there. They're out here right
Yep.
now, as a matter of fact. They're right out here outside in Birmingham, though. But shout out to everybody, and hope everything is okay. So, Flannel,
Yes.
we got to talk some college football at some point today. Are you cool with that?
Of course. Always.
I'm pulling an audible, Spenny, because I want to get, as we get ready to embark on week 1. Week 0 was a nice little appetizer. Sure. Everybody got right. We're all off to a good start.
2-0, baby.
Yep.
2-0, let's go.
I do. I want to pick everybody's brain on college football because I still don't feel like we understand how this is going to work. We don't.
Yeah.
It's a new format. It's a new season.
I feel like it's the NFL kickoff. I still don't know how the NFL kickoff works. I don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Go back to the old kickoff, or get rid of it. But that's just
It'll
me.
be gone in a
That's
year.
just me on my soapbox really quick. I know I can't change anything, but just who needs returns? I don't.
Just period.
Yeah. I mean, punt returns are fine. Punting is a big part of the game, but kickoff returns, I liked it the way that it was. It's gimmicky, the new one. I don't
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. So I don't think I want to talk it through. I want to make sure everybody understands how this is going to work. We got some Tiger stuff certainly that we're going to get into. The Lions picked up Tim Patrick. Sam Flannel used to pray for times like this.
He did.
You called your shot, Flannel.
I mean, here's what I will say. This isn't my time to necessary victory lap. It was something that the heavyweights did talk about before, and it was something that was shown, that was put out on our social media, that Tim Patrick was cut by the Broncos. I just gave you reasons as to why I thought that it was something that the Alliance could do, and even given in the best case scenario, something that the Lions should do if they valued that ex-big body receiver. And it turns out that they did, and they, I think it has the potential to be a very fine move for the Detroit Lions and very cost-effective.
No, and we'll get into it. We'll break it down. We'll analyze his route running, all of it. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, clearly.
We're not going to do that. But we will get into it to some degree. Top 5 Wednesday also.
Top
this
five.
one's exciting.
Yes, man.
And Spenny, we have photos
We do.
for a trip down memory lane
Yeah.
and all of it.
We
Top 5 Gibraltar Trade Center booths.
Y'all welcome.
What-
I
that was
threw
great.
I threw the live on that. Just saying.
I can't wait to see your list, KG.
Oh, man.
I bet there'll be some crossovers. I'll bet there'll be some differences.
Absolutely.
Now, Flannel, this is something that you have D-Mac's list.
Yes.
You don't know about Gibraltar Trade Center.
I do not.
What?
I'm not a
Oh,
native.
yeah, you're from Illinois.
Yeah, I'm not a native. I've heard some things.
Did you make your list?
I did not, because
Aw.
I saw D-Mac put one in, so I'll just read his.
Weak.
I didn't make one either. I didn't know what mine was supposed to have on it.
On Wednesday. Top 5 list. We do it every Wednesday.
I know. I genuinely don't know what is
You
added
don't know anything about
Gibraltar's.
Gibraltar.
Exactly.
You don't.
I know.
It's
I'm
before his
I'm just
time.
playing with you. And that's fine. But the real ones know.
Oh, yeah. I was there.
Been in those trenches.
No, low key, when I was making my list last night, man, went on the nostalgia trip,
Yeah.
man, seeing some of those old pictures and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, Gibraltar really was like that place, man.
Was popping.
I'm ready to be educated. Straight up.
Oh, it's great.
I didn't
Get
look at
anything
any
you
of your
want there.
lists. I didn't look at any of your lists because I wanted to be surprised and have some reaction to whatever you guys bring up. So I'm excited to get into it.
Let me see. Woodward Sports Chat Thread Detroit Arrow. Why you got to make me miss Gibraltar Trade Center again? We're gonna do it. We're gonna get into it. Spenny, I have a question for you about Gibraltar.
Okay.
You were probably not of age at the time. Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's Gibraltar Trade Center. You were of
I
age
could
if
have
you
done
chose to
anything
be.
I wanted, yeah.
Would you have gotten a tattoo at Gibraltar?
Oh, for sure.
Do you have a tattoo from Gibraltar?
I don't.
Would you have got your haircut at Gibraltar?
Yeah, probably.
barbershop.
Yeah, probably. I'll do
Would
anything.
you buy furniture from Gibraltar?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would you have bought a rug from Gibraltar?
I think I have bought a rug from Gibraltar. Yeah.
There we go. See, this is what I'm talking about.
They got it all, man.
Absolutely.
I've definitely bought a lizard.
And that's on my list.
Yeah.
The pet store at Gibraltar is
Yeah.
on my list.
They did have live animals in that
Yeah.
place.
And it was so... I can't wait.
Yeah.
I want to start. I
corner
want to
was
do it when we
something
come back.
different.
I want to.
I'm waiting for him for lunch.
Every
he
quarter
has
was
yeah.
just something different.
I want to do it when we come back. We're not going to, though. We got to wait second hour. Everyone's got to wait. You know, even I has to wait. Robert Lane, here we go. My first ever tattoo was from Gibraltar Trade Center.
God, you got off to a rough start.
There it is.
Here we go, everybody.
Oh, man.
This is good. This is going to be just a fan. Flannel only has a top 2 list, and it's always Mahomes and LeBron.
Damn.
Hey, they're my 2 favorite non-Detroit sports athletes ever.
Robert-
Everybody knows that.
Hutch fighting for third.
Boy, Robert Lane is like the mayor of Gibraltar, the best beef jerky at
They
Gibraltar.
did have
They-
good beef
yep.
jerky.
No, that
Could have been human. You never know.
right.
Could have been a lot of things.
Could have been raccoon or possum, but it was good.
Whatever.
No, it was great.
No, it was. So I can't wait to do it. Rad Dad Scott. I only read the first 5 words of this, and I'm reading this,
Yeah.
and I don't care what it says. Rad Dad Scott. I got up to. I worked with a guy a decade ago.
Oh,
That's
God.
where I just said okay.
Yeah, all right.
I worked with a guy a decade ago who got an entire back piece from Gibraltar for $150, and it's the absolute worst tattoo ever.
Of course it is.
I mean, if you're paying $150 for a tattoo
At Gibraltar?
and it's any size bigger than like your finger,
And it's at Gibraltar.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably not going to be a good tattoo.
All right, I can't wait. Your guys' excitement
Man,
really makes me excited for this too.
it took me back.
Yeah, it really did. I had one specific one that's on there that I don't think anybody else is going to have on their list, but I remember the specific booth like so deeply ingrained in my memory that I had to put it on.
Well, we've all got that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've all got that
It's
one.
my number 5, I believe, on my list.
Oh my God, I can't. We may move this up.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Give
I'll
me,
let you know when we
give
get
me the
there.
okay from the boss man Ryan. Lenz.
Yeah, when we
Let me
get-
know when he's good to go, because when he's good to go, I'm good to go. And we are going to talk about the Tigers when we come back, because I think someone's getting overlooked in all of this. Tell them about Dispo.
Absolutely. How would you like $10 of free products from Dispo Dispensary? Screenshot this image with the QR code and bring it into any Dispo location, and you'll get a free $10 to spend in store with a minimum purchase of $25. Visit Dispo Dispensary today or disposhops.com. Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
The Great American Chevy Week is back and bigger than ever at Feldman Chevrolet. Choose from the largest inventory of award-winning Chevys, all priced to move for the biggest week of the year. Get this 2024 Silverado for only $213 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $249 a month. Feldman takes the Great American Chevy Week to another level. Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
New rule here for Woodward merch. That's right, shop.woodwardsports.com. Get geared up for football season. Low-key, too, that Welcome to Detroit shirt. It's pretty dope as well. Shop.woodwardsports.com. You didn't think I wasn't going to bring it up.
Yeah,
did you?
no, I
You all
did.
thought I was going in a different direction. Boo them kids.
Boom.
Next Sunday,
The children.
boo the children. I was told that's what we do. Go get you a Boo Them Kids shirt. We have it. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Boo them kids. Boo them kids. All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. I did want to touch on this because I feel it's important. Flannel Sam in for DMAC. I'm Neil Rule. We got KG, Young Justin, Spencer Raxter, third to first across the infield. But I feel as though it's important to discuss because they are playing good baseball. And the Tigers won again, and I don't care who they're playing because everybody plays them too.
Yep.
So I don't care who they're playing. The Tigers have won 8 of the last 10. They are above 500 for the first time since 2016, this late in the season.
Gotta love it. And they continue to gain ground because the Twins and the Guardians, more specifically the Twins, are sputtering.
No, they are. The Kansas City Royals are in first place. Mm-hmm. The team that has a superstar and spent money.
Yep.
Crazy.
I mean, Bobby Witt's a unicorn. That's one thing
It's
that
getting like 350.
I know. He's
He's going to have 30 home runs, 40 steals.
Yeah. No, when you talk about the best players in baseball, Bobby Witt is on that short list. He's on that short list with guys like Shohei and Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. He's in that room. Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
You really want to get to it? He's the MVP. And it's not close to me.
Aaron
it's
Judge.
not. No. The Royals, Flannel, the Royals are in first place. The Royals.
That's fair. It's just if Aaron Judge has like 70 home
Yeah,
runs,
they not
that's the one caveat. If he comes near the home run record, Barry
He's
Bonds'
hitting-
home run record.
He's hitting 350. He's not getting to Barry Bonds' home run record. He's going to hit 30 home runs, steal 50 bases, hitting 350, play shortstop. And he has the Royals in the lead in the division.
You know,
the Royals.
He might be more important to the team's success than any individual player. So in that regard, I'll give
That's
you
where
that
I was
because
going
the
with
Yankees
that.
also have Juan Soto and the like.
That's where I was going.
I forget who was talking about it last night. I was watching, I think, the Mariners game, and they were talking about the Yankees, and they're like, well, when you look at the Yankees offense, it's kind of pedestrian, and then you add Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. Oh, yeah, you had 2 of the top 4 baseball players
In the
to an
last decade.
Weird,
Right.
it's going to look better. Like, no shit.
Yeah, that is wild. Jump into the chat, by the way. FJ 1967 Gibraltar Trade Center had the best people watching. Top 5 Gibraltar Trade Center
It was some
stores.
characters in
Check out
it.
D-Mac. Wait for D-Mac's list.
Yeah, wait for D-Mac's list.
Before Walmart, it was Gibraltar.
Nick Hedigen. Was there anything better as a 21-year-old than going to Gibraltar than heading down the street to Hooters? Obviously, he's talking
Yeah.
about Taylor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out Taylor, man. Had some good times.
We
at
lost
Taylor.
we lost some good ones down there at
Yeah.
Taylor
We
between
did.
Gibraltar and the Hooters.
We did.
Man,
Some fallen soldiers for sure.
Yeah, man.
We lost a lot
Good
of
times
good
at
men out
Taylor,
there.
man.
yeah, we absolutely did.
That's a John Daly special right there.
Q Ball 93.
Downriver.
Q Ball 93. I got liposuction at Hooters. You did not. Or at Gibraltar Trade. You did not. Mike G. Gibraltar had good churros too.
I don't know. They had some weird corridors.
He said, I used to buy fireworks at Gibraltar. My homie bought an AK at Gibraltar, and we don't doubt it.
I believe it.
That's factual. That
Yeah.
gun counter was like
The gun
right
counter
there.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Tyler M. I bought my first subwoofers there. I have a story about that
Yep.
when we come back.
Yep, car audio.
As well. But yeah, so again, though, just going back to it, the Tigers are playing good baseball. And they won again, and I don't care that they beat the White Sox. I don't care that they beat the Angels with Johnny Cueto running
Shout
out.
out Johnny Cueto.
I couldn't believe what I'm like. No way, he's
Yeah.
still in the he's still in the majors.
Shout out, man.
Yeah.
But Trevor Bauer can't make it.
I know,
It's
right?
crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
Robert Colosia. Neil, there was some suction going on at Hooters, but it was not lipo. Okay, guys, stop with that. All right? Stop with that. Robert Lane, hold up, let's get this straight. Gibraltar Mount Clemens was far superior to the one in Downriver. We're holding them together.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Mount
Yeah.
Clemens is. I don't even think I've been to the one down river.
No, I haven't.
No need to.
Yeah.
Right.
Why would I?
If it ain't the one with the giant man,
Yeah.
the giant Gibraltar man, I don't want it.
Facts.
Okay. But anyway, though, the Tigers are playing good baseball.
They are.
They're 5.5 out of the wild card. In Flannel, no one is talking about the man that may be most responsible for it. Because for me, and we have bumped heads about this before.
Sure.
You and I have bumped heads
We
about
have.
this before.
We have.
However, it needs to be stated that this man, the lineup last night, lost in all this sauce. The lineup last night was 1 for 15, 5 through 9, 1 for 15, which means essentially you only played a 7-inning game offensively, maybe even a 6-inning game offensively. They still won. They still won convincingly. And it all boils down to this for me. A.J. Hinch is managing his ass off right now. A.J. Hinch with 2 pitchers. They have 2 starting pitchers cycling through the bullpen, putting out the perfect matchups, rolling with the perfect starter, massaging that lineup, juicing everything he can out of it.
Yeah.
He's not getting talked about, and it's criminal. A.J. Hinch is one of the best managers in baseball. A.J. Hinch should be considered for Manager of the Year. Did it with Javi Baez, anchoring this thing down for months. Was a good soldier about it. Continued to push the right buttons. Stays continuing to push the right buttons. A.J. Hinch should get consideration for Manager of the Year. And Flannel, I don't care what you say. A.J. Hinch is one of the best managers in baseball. If he walks into roast on an off day, the coffee's on me, A.J. Hinch.
Which he does sometimes.
Which he does sometimes. A.J. Hinch, when you roll up to Birmingham Roast, the coffee's on me. Unless you're getting one of those designer Almond Joy things or whatever. If it's basic coffee, A.J., it's on me because you are Manager of the Year in my book.
Let's see how the season plays out before we
It
call it
doesn't
manager.
matter how
No,
it plays
yes,
out.
It does.
No,
Yes,
it doesn't
does.
matter
Yes,
how it
does.
plays out.
Yes, it does.
They are above 500 in August with 2 pitchers, Flannel, and 5 through 9 in the lineup going 1 for 15.
Well, first of all, there are a lot of good arguments and good things you can say about A.J. Hinch. The fact that the bottom of the lineup being 1 through 15 isn't one of them because he decided to play Ryan Kreidler over Jace Young. It's fine. It worked. but I'm not going to say, oh, poor A.J. Hinch for that. What I will say, though,
These are the tools he has to work with.
Well, and this was my issue with A.J. Hinch throughout the year. I'll get this out of the way because I do think he's done a phenomenal job handling the handling the propensity of bullpen days. That's been absolutely unbelievable. I will give him that. That's what kind of changed my heart and mind about A.J. Hinch. My issue with him at the beginning of the season is I think at the beginning of the year he mismanaged Kerry Carpenter, and I think that he mismanaged the lineup at times. I don't think he played Carson Kelly enough, and I don't think he played Andy Ibanez enough. However,
they're not even here anymore.
But at the time, Jake Rogers had more at-bats than Carson Kelly did. And if Carson Kelly's not going to catch, he needed to be DH at times. Shout out to him. He had himself a good year. And Andy Ibanez is still here, by the way. And that was at that time. What changed my heart and mind is how well that he has managed the bullpen days, because that was a hell of a task. Basically, at the same time, you got Casey Mize, Reese Olson, and Jack Flaherty just ripped from your pitching staff. For all intents and purposes, at about the exact same time, and they've been able to handle it. They've been able to not only handle it, but play the best baseball that they have all season. And I'll give A.J. Hinch that. That's a very tough thing to do. When you have to roll out 5-6 pitchers, when you have a starter that's going an inning and 2/3, and then have multiple ones go an inning, 2 innings, that's a lot to handle. That's where your job is a lot harder, because when you send Skubal out there, a lot of times, and I'm not saying a manager's job is easy, but you can send Skubal out there and basically take a nap for 6 innings. For 3 out of the last 5 games for the last month and a half or so, A.J. Hinch has done an absolutely phenomenal job handling the bullpen, and credit to A.J. Hinch. I wanted him fired mid-season.
Which was
I
crazy.
was wrong.
The dumbest take of all time, and that's
crazy.
saying something.
I was on the desk with him. I tried to tell him it was too much.
But, like, are you really trying to tell me that everything this man has done has been perfect?
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
Stop it.
This team is above 500. Flannel, show me a 20 home run hitter.
Riley Green's about to do it. Kerry Carpenter's about to do it.
You can't.
Yes, I can. Matt Fearling's about to do
No,
it.
I'm looking right now. Nobody has 20 home runs.
You act like this team is...
Show me a player. Show me a player hitting 290. You can't.
Who cares? Riley Green has an 840 OPS.
You can't show me that. Flannel.
Kerry Carpenter has a 929 OPS.
Oh, yeah. And how many games he play?
Not a whole lot.
Oh, well, then that doesn't count, then, Flannel.
It does count.
No, it doesn't.
Because one of the reasons they've been playing so good also is because their schedule is easy, and Kerry Carpenter's been back. Riley Green's been back. Parker Meadows and Spencer Torkelson have arisen from the dead of AAA and played well.
Say his name, Flannel.
Colt Keith has ventured his way back into Rookie of the Year conversation. I don't think he's going to win it. I think it's going to be Colton Cowser, but that helps too. A.J. Hinch has been great, but he's not the main reason why they've won, and he's had some faults this year. I don't care what you say.
How can you sit there and say that he's responsible for bullpen days, which they have 3 of every time through the rotation, and he is not? Flannel, the Tigers pitching staff is second in the majors in FIP, fielding independent pitching, the truest measure of a pitching. They have the second best pitching staff in baseball with 2 starters.
Okay,
with 2 starters.
I think that was over the full season, and Jack Flaherty and Reese Olson had something to do with that. I'll just say
when was
that.
the last time they played?
It's been a while. The trade deadline. I get it. I'm not saying that A.J. Hinch hasn't done a great job with the bullpen. It's just, I thought there were a lot of times in the beginning of the season when I look at the lineup and I would see Zach McKinstry, I would see Jake Rogers, I would see Gio Urshela, and then I would look on the bench.
Those are the tools he had at his disposal, and he made it work.
No, Neil, he would have Carson Kelly and Andy Ibanez and Kerry Carpenter when there's a lefty buried on the bench for God knows what reason.
But you can't do it both ways,
Yes, I can.
You can't tell me about how great Kerry Carpenter's OPS is when he doesn't have to hit against lefties. Do you watch him when he hits against lefties?
He hits better against lefties than you think. You act like he's a 100 hitter. He should be out there again. He has a 929 OPS. If he did that over a full season, he'd be one of the best players in Major League Baseball. Come on. He would have been an all-star if he didn't get hurt.
Should A.J. Hinch be in the talk for Manager of the Year?
Yes. If they finish over 500, yes.
They're 500 in August, over 500 in August. for the first time since 2016.
Yes, and
you were singing Pitbull songs the last time that they were over 500 at this point.
No, I understand
Mr.
that.
305.
Dos, tres, cuatro.
And for the record, I think they'll finish over 500. They got 2 more against the Angels. They got Tarek Skubal on the bump, game 1 against the Red Sox. They've got a series against the A's. They got a series against the Rockies. They got a series against the White Sox. I think that they will finish the season over 500, and I will give A.J. Hinch his flowers. I will. And he's done over the totality of the season, he's been a net positive for this team. Never going to deny that, at least as of right now. And I think that will continue.
A net positive.
Yes, a net positive.
A net positive.
Is it Casey Hinch or AJ Stengel? Which one? Which one?
I don't know. We should put it up to vote.
We should.
What should we change his name to?
Is it Sparky Hinch or AJ Anderson? Which one? If we're going
Could be
Tiger
both.
level. He's not. He's a
Could be
very,
both.
That's ridiculous.
I like AJ Anderson. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
We're talking about
good
we're talking
baseball
about maybe
actor.
the best manager ever and the best Tigers manager ever, and that's
AJ
not AJ
Anderson,
Hinch.
yeah.
Not yet.
I like Sparky Hinch.
I like Sparky Hinch too. That's a good
Sparky Hinch. That's a dog there.
It's in the chat. It's in the chat poll right now. A tour. Neil is having his October fever dreams again. A tour. Make no mistake. There are multiple camps here that I am in, and when
Best
this
team in the league.
when this all shakes out, and they fall a couple games short, which ultimately I believe that they will.
Probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ultimately, I believe that they will. Then we will have that day of reckoning. And out of nowhere in October, it's going to be like a Wednesday. And I'm going to say, I need to take a segment and talk about this. And you know where the fury's going.
Yep.
You know where it is.
I do.
Because at that point, and I would even argue now at this point, unequivocally,
Definitely at this point.
that you were one move short of being in the playoffs.
That's little Chris.
One move short of being in the playoffs. Little Chris
100%
knocking
fair.
over them
Matt
garbage
Chapman
cans.
probably would have put us in the playoffs.
He's got 21 home runs already.
He's not as good as Riley Green, but you could have had both.
Yes.
That's the point. You could have had both. You could have
Yes.
had 100%.
Is it fair to say right now
It's been fair to say that.
that this team is one move away from being in the playoffs?
1,000%. They might make it anyway. It's a long shot, but your point is with Matt Chapman, you could have Matt Chapman and Matt Vierling and Colt Keith and Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter and Tarek Skubal and Tyler Holt.
And it wasn't going to cost you some ridiculous amount of money or some long-term.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like you didn't know. Tarek Skubal was the betting favorite to win the Cy Young. It's not like this was a surprise. And this will on that day of reckoning in October, Kenny, you own this. You wasted a year at Tarek Skubal. You wasted one of the greatest pitching years of all time by anybody.
True. It may have been for the greater good, but true.
No, there is no greater good of that. Because it doesn't happen.
You don't think you can get that again?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know I got it this year,
Yeah.
and I know it was expected. It wasn't out of the blue.
I mean, even with that, they were never
how many?
just going
You think
to
he's
going to
win 6 Cy Youngs?
No. But I'm just saying, even with him doing that
If
this
you
year,
had-
they
if-
wouldn't have gone to a World Series or even maybe advanced a series. That's all I'm saying.
If you give me Skubal and Flaherty in a short series, I'll take my chances. And that's fair.
It's
And
fair.
that is fair.
It's fair. I ain't saying no. It's fair.
What would you put the odds of Skubal winning another Cy Young at? If you had to sign a betting line on it.
43%.
So plus
Yeah,
130.
plus,
I would take that.
yeah, plus 130 ain't.
I think that's a little aggressive.
Yes,
I'd
actually
say plus
good. I was going to go
220.
lower.
Yeah, and that's where I am, about 2-1.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you can't bank on this happening, let alone every single year.
I
This
get
is
it.
special. All right, we'll get
it.
to that in October. I'm sorry, I went way past.
Yeah.
I went way past the clock. My bad.
Save it. You're on the
My
Tiger
bad.
smack again,
Let
but
me-
it's not.
No,
it's
no,
not as bad
no,
as
no,
before.
no, no, no,
It's
no,
not-
no, 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 no,
It's
no,
not
no,
as bad as
no, no,
before.
no, no.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm on that Hinch magic, though.
He's microdosing.
Right.
you know,
Microdosing.
I'll take that Hinch magic. I will take that. 100%. That's a brand name.
Yeah.
Hinch magic.
Yeah. It is. Ask Houston. It is.
Hinch magic. Woodward Sports chat thread. Phil stealing signs. No, I think AJ Hinch been exonerated of that.
Yeah.
All right. Where we at? Oh, the pregame
Unlike
show,
Michigan.
right?
He can't recall if he had the.
I do not recall that.
Yeah, I asked him. He said he
garbage can.
does not
Yeah.
recall whether or not. He cannot recall a
if the
specific
man
game.
don't recall, he
Yeah,
don't
does
recall.
not recall if there was a garbage can in the dugout.
Yeah, he cannot recall a specific game.
Yeah.
I think
Hey.
that's. But I can recall where the best pregame show is going to be. The best Lions shows as well. Sunday morning, game day. That's right, 8 a.m. Terry Foster and Matt Broder, and then that gives way at 10 to noon, depending on the day. You know, Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football is a little bit different. The pregame show, and it's all brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters out there on East 14 Mile Road and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. You could take the Tullamore Dew, you can pour it in the Sabbath Coffee,
That's
and
true.
you're off and running. Who says no? Who says no? The pregame show, myself and Sean Belesian, 10 a.m. to noon, and that's all going down. The network that's doing it better than anyone in this city,
Talk to 'em.
including the flagship, everyone, Woodward Sports.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Supplies, hands down, Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
All right, keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy. We're going to get to the football stuff, everybody. Neil Rule, Flannel Sam in for DMAC. He'll be in the rest of the week. We're going to be doing some heavy college football as the week goes on. Nickel Package Friday, everyone. Bourbon Friday.
Ooh, look forward to that.
Spenny, you're in Friday, right?
I am.
Might want to move that off day to Friday.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Sounds like I might have to.
Move some things around.
Yeah, I can move some things around.
All right, Bourbon Friday.
Let's do it.
I'll bring it accordingly. We'll just say it like that.
Yes.
It will be a lot of fun. Getting into a holiday weekend. I need a Labor Day nickel package out of you,
Oh,
Spenny.
yeah, Labor Day.
Labor Day weekend, Spenny. I can already tell this is going to go Friday.
Oh yeah, you know that.
I might have to bring a second bottle.
Oh.
There's what going to be 5 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we going in.
At least 1.5.
Oh, we going in.
No, 4 of us.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Justin's last day.
today, right?
Yep.
Today is his last show.
All right, let me read these comments. Let's address that real quick, by the way. Here on Mark M. AJ Hinch should get consideration for Pope, not according to that guy.
Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Detroit Arrow. If the Tigers do somehow make the playoffs, Hinch deserves Manager of the Year.
I agree.
SW Line 26. Get AJ some more talent, and the Tigers could really make some noise.
Sure.
Just a fan. Flannel. This is a question for you. Flannel. Are you demanding that PFF begin having baseball analytics?
I mean, I personally like, the OPS and the OBPs and the WARs and the OPS plus just fine. That's the stuff that I deal in. So if that's the baseball version of PFF, then so be it.
John Fisher, you can't complain about Hinch as a casual Tigers fan. Your 2 best players shit the bed this year, and we're still competing. Yeah. Oh, and we traded our number 2 starting pitcher. Like, if you went through that list for one of the lowest payrolls in the league.
Yeah. Well, Javi Baez being your highest
paid.
paid.
Our 2 best players shit the bed. I would say our 2 best players are an all-star and a Cy Young winner.
Well, yeah, not
two best hitters,
two
maybe.
best players.
Maybe. Got hurt,
maybe
missed some
your
time being hurt.
Maybe your second, or was supposed to be your power hitter, but
Yeah.
I would say Riley Green and Tariq Skubal are our two best players. It's not close.
Yeah.
Your leadoff and your 3-hole hitter kind of wet the bed. Because that's what they were supposed to be.
So, yeah. Your highest paid player, obviously.
All right,
For
right.
sure.
He's got to be shot into the moon. He's got to
Yep.
be shot into the sun.
We already
there.
He cannot come back.
We already there.
He cannot come back.
I
I got him out of the lineup once.
I hear you.
Now it'll be my best work if I can get him out of the organization.
I hear you. I'm gonna be
So-
like you next year if he's back on that roster at 25. Me and you gonna be seething together.
I'm telling you guys this. If he's there opening day, we're gonna have a problem.
I probably won't notice.
You'll have free reign to do whatever you want. All the attention will be on me.
Yeah.
That is
You can
true.
get loose in the streets.
Right.
Yeah.
Get loose in the
I'll
streets.
crash out if he's still on the
I'm
roster.
crash out.
Straight up.
Just as it.
Yes.
Crashing out.
Woodward Sports, Skydog Crazy. He has yet to prove otherwise. The Tigers are the 5th lowest payroll team. I don't know about that. Anakin Skygore, Niels, how's your power at your house? It flickered, but it stood strong. And lots to talk about Gibraltar trade in there. But Jesus, GW the Kid, that jersey is dopeness. What is that? What do you got?
Just another artist jersey.
Ganja White Knight.
Woolly. His name's Woolly, so it's a woolly mammoth. And yeah,
It just looks like an elephant.
well, it's supposed to be a woolly mammoth, and I got it in the mail the other day, so I've been saving it to wear on my last day because I wanted to show up with some drip on.
I got you. So yes, it is young Justin's last day, not with Woodward,
Not with Woodward, no.
but he has to go back to school.
Yes,
And are you looking forward to being back in Ann Arbor with all your Michigan brethren?
I knew it was.
I knew it was coming. Do I have to? All right, whatever. I'm going back to Western.
Western? Why?
I don't even know how to even answer any of these questions because he's just leading me to some place where I don't know. But no, I go to Western. And
You do? With all the Michigan hoodie and paraphernalia you have?
Stand on business, Justin.
Yes, you can be a fan of two schools that are in zero ways linked to each other.
There you go.
It's crazy.
Put your hands up, son.
Crazy.
I like LSU, but I don't wear their paraphernalia.
No. See, there you go. Okay. Well, hey, have a good time in Ann Arbor. Get to Zingerman's. I've heard that place is good.
Blippy Burger's good.
I love Blimpie Burger.
Yeah.
That's a common stop.
They have a
There's
really
also
whenever
a
I go to a
place
Michigan
that
game.
there's also a place that's like I think it's Thai food and frozen yogurt.
Oh yeah.
It's like a
What?
2-for-1.
Shout
Yeah.
out the Slurping Turtle and Jolly Pumpkin as well. They've got
Yeah.
some nice establishments in Old Ann Arbor.
Yeah. And Pyology if it's still out there.
Lots of slurping in Ann Arbor. No
Oh,
doubt
yeah,
about
big
it.
facts.
Steve O'Baby. Neil, has there ever been a Woodward walk-off in studio history of Woodward Sports before?
Yeah,
Flannel did it?
Come on
He's
now.
done it a couple
Flannel
times.
has broken
Right.
equipment.
He done stood on the table.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to rehash that because we've all made peace on Wake Up Woodward, but Broder said something absurd and I walked out.
Yeah.
Shout out Broder though.
Shout out, brother.
Thomas Perry, Justin. This is nice. He says, "Go Broncos."
A lot of love for the Broncos this morning in chat. A lot
Who's
of-
their first game against?
You don't even know, do you?
It's against
Took too
Wisconsin,
long.
actually.
Took too long.
At Wisconsin. 26.5 point spread.
You gonna go to the first home game?
Hell no.
More Michigan games or more Western games this year? What will you attend?
It will be probably an even split. 2 and 2, probably. I'll probably go to 2 Michigan games, and I'll probably go to 2 Western games.
Which ones are you looking forward to more?
I believe I'm going to Michigan, Texas, so definitely that game. That's not even a question.
Weird.
And if they ever played, I'd root for Michigan.
Burning
Oh,
issues.
what?
Yeah.
You guys are bastards, man.
I don't care. I'll say it straight up. I'd root for unless it was. No, I don't even think hockey would change my opinion.
Just say you don't recall. Justin.
What?
Just say you don't recall.
You
Justin.
didn't learn anything from your guy,
I'm trying
Connor
to
Stallions.
say. Just say you don't recall.
That's sacrilegious, man.
No.
Thank you, Spenny.
The funniest part is the look at the lawyer before. Yeah, I don't recall.
Flannel.
Yeah.
If the Leathernecks of Western Illinois, the battling Leathernecks, the purple and yellow, purple and gold Warriors,
Leather decks.
and Macomb, Illinois, shout out Sunrise Chicken.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I've been there.
Same.
if the Western Illinois Leathernecks traveled into Ann Arbor and you were going to the game, whose shirt you wearing?
Michigan.
You're a douche, too.
I know. Because you can only be a fan if you went to the school.
Well, I
That's
mean,
the only way.
You should root for your school.
I'm not saying
your
yeah.
alumnus.
I'm a fan of Hawaii.
Yeah.
I wear a Hawaii T-shirt. I like Hawaii.
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot. However, when Oakland plays in the Diamond Head Classic
You know what
over
it is.
Christmas holiday, if we have to play Hawaii, you know who I want to win? Oakland.
Hey, it's only a thing for state fans and Ohio State fans when it comes to Michigan fans, particularly state fans. There's no Walmart of any Auburn people don't call them like, Walmart Crimson Tide or whatever.
No,
It
I'm
doesn't
sure there
happen.
is.
I don't know about that. It's fine. It's fine.
Nobody even brought that up, but just rooting for another team against your school is weird.
Western's like D2. I don't.
For reference, I have lived for 22 years. Only 3 of those years I've gone to Western Michigan. At least 12 to 14 of those years when I was conscious, I rooted for Michigan. My Michigan fandom runs deeper than my Western Michigan fandom. Straight up, and that's how it's going to stay. I don't care. Fire down chips, Chase, eat shit.
Chase is low-key being a bastard today. You should have heard him on Wake Up Woodward.
Well, here's an important
Y'all
question.
chill on Chase, man.
Here's an important question. Aaron to the Stone. Neil, do you know if Justin will be tailgating then attending the big game against Fresno State with his Wolverine fraternity brothers? Will you? The
I
people
will
wanna
not
know.
be. No.
Why not?
I will be getting settled at school. I will be packing my stuff and getting my room ready.
Well, you could just walk across campus to the stadium.
There's no convincing, Justin. Let's just.
say
I
you
don't
don't
recall. I
Yeah,
don't recall.
there you go. Finally,
I don't recall.
damn.
All right. There was
Are you
one
going to
night.
scribble out the western part of your diploma so it says Michigan?
No.
There was one nice message here, and I'm trying to find it, and I had it queued up, and then I
Of
lost
course, you
it.
lost a nice message.
I did. Man, this makes me sad.
Chase said I was conceived out of wedlock. I don't mind the bastard
That was
label.
a great comment, Chase. That was a great comment.
Just a fan says it's kind of like Connor Stallions being a CMU and Michigan fan. That
Yeah,
is,
hey.
It is along those same.
Hey, man. But
it is.
he wasn't there, so
Yeah.
You can't recall.
he can't.
But hey, if by that logic, Ryan Ermanni thinks I'm one of the smartest people on earth.
That's true.
That is true, I guess. No, but seriously though, you'll be missed here in studio, but I am happy to report you'll remain with the network, in a role with the network, and that's well deserved. So thank you.
And I still will be involved in Big D. I still will be handling the clips on a daily basis. So
So you know
the
who to
top
cuss
5
out.
lists are in.
I'm in on top 5 list still.
No.
No.
I'm just saying. Well, you can be, yeah, if you want to send yours.
Yeah, I will have to indulge while I'm not.
No,
here.
he needs to be here.
Yeah, he's
got to be here to explain it because we can't get inside that mind.
Yeah, he disqualified.
Yeah,
true.
he's
All
disqualified.
right, I'll show up on a random Wednesday then.
Okay, there you go. You can stop. Well, it's not that far from Ann Arbor to here.
You got any 9 a.m. classes? Or 8 a.m.s?
No, I do not. I'm a big 11 a.m. class guy.
Smart man.
I cannot do the 8 a.m. classes.
No, absolutely. All right. Late again I wanted to get back on time and I just didn't do it. But you can get your hair back on time.
Oh, you can get your hair back on time at a Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. They're open 7 days a week. You can walk in or you can make an appointment. You can go to any of their talented stylists and you can get your hair all nice like myself or Neil Rules or Spencer Raxters. We are all Lady Jane's patrons and you guys should be too. It's the best place to get your haircut. You get those precision haircuts, hot towel, neck shave, and a massage, and like a neck massage and all that. It's really, really cool. Spencer Raxter actually got a neck massage for a Lady Jane's girl when he was ailing. I don't know if they'll do that for you, but
No,
You'll
Spinny
see.
got it like that.
yeah, actually they probably won't. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked
I'll
awesome.
do it if you pay for it.
Just land the plane.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Guardian Alarm, your local security experts.
All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. Of course, we have KG, Young Justin, Spencer Raxter. Young Justin's last day before he goes back to Western Michigan by way of Michigan, or however it is that it works out. Now, hold on. Just a fan. Flannel, be honest. You're just trying to protect those U of M season tickets and your marriage. Now, for those that don't know, when you were in, when was it, Monday? No, last week? Last Friday.
Yeah.
Last Friday. We uncovered the fact that Flannel merely only got married because he was marrying into Michigan season tickets.
Yeah,
That's not true.
That's what you said.
That's erroneous. I didn't exactly say that. I think you're
You did not say it.
It is a nice perk.
Do you not recall?
It sweetened the deal.
It is a nice perk. And I
Wink,
can't
wink.
wait to be there Saturday night for Fresno State and the following Saturday for Texas. I will be there as well. So it is a nice perk. I will just say that. And it's a bonding moment between me and my father.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is,
Yeah,
100%.
all that and stuff.
100%.
If the season tickets dry up, you sticking around?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
With the father-in-law? Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
right. Flannel
All right,
was
hey,
a
all right,
Rolling
enough. That's
Stone.
enough. I like Mrs. Flannel
Yeah, no, she's
a
great.
lot. She's
great.
awesome.
And a real person.
And has a cream of wheat T-shirt.
Yes, she
Yes.
does.
Nice.
She does.
Oh, and it's pretty electric. So there's that. Let's go. Red Wing Sparty has a question. Jesus, do you root for U of M Dearborn when you play them in club hockey?
Definitely not.
Why not?
Because I don't.
Because you wish you were on that team.
I have some enemies on that team. Let's
Can you
just put
play
it like
club
that.
for them if you're not a student?
No.
Have you considered enrolling just to play for them?
No.
Why?
Because I'd rather go to Western.
Why?
Because there's.
I
don't recall.
Yep, there you go. He learned it. The boy learned it.
Okay.
So what's your get right?
But,
so Jesus, you had a
but before you
Yeah.
go there, we do play Oakland this year. Just to let you know.
Ooh.
in club hockey.
Yes.
We won a
Ooh.
national championship.
Yes,
in
you
club
have.
hockey.
You guys are very good. You
National
guys are,
championships.
You guys finished the year
Plural.
ranked 16 last year, so
Yep.
it's going to be a good matchup.
And the only time Michigan ever came to the arena in basketball, they took
You-
that L.
Yes, they did.
I believe that was the Brian Ellerby years.
No, talk your shit, Justin. You gonna put them into the ice when you face Oakland.
All right.
Tell them what it is.
All right, anyway, though. So I mentioned the fact that college football's off to a great start. We got the people right. You hit me with a proposal during the commercial break. You said you may have a perspective get right. Now, just off the rip.
Disclaimer.
I know everyone gets excited right now because they're
This is not a Neil approved get right.
right. He's not trending in a good direction with it. We'll just start like that. But I will listen because I'm a man of reason. Go ahead.
Okay. We're going to go to Thursday night. 'Cause
Okay.
There's one big game that caught my eye, and it is North Dakota State playing
Against
Colorado.
Colorado.
I like North Dakota State plus 10. There's going to be everyone and their mom on Colorado.
Yeah.
That line,
I disagree with that.
you do?
Really?
Yes.
All right, well then talk me out of it then. Because I think that Colorado doesn't have the offensive line play that North Dakota State will have. North Dakota State's just going to run the ball down their throat. I see them keeping this game relatively close. Maybe 10 points isn't enough. Maybe it should be more like 12 and a half to be dabbling in that. But I made a lot of money betting against Colorado last year, and I don't think that I'm going to stop because the hype train has to stop for them, and their over-under set at 5.5. This is a D2 national champion we're talking about. So talk me out of it, Neil.
Flannel, your thoughts? I know you hate Deion Sanders.
He does.
As a head
As a
coach,
father.
as a head coach in Colorado,
As a father.
and as compared to LeVar Ball, I think LeVar Ball's superior. Although I don't know all of the inner workings. Shador's a dick.
That's wild.
Shador Sanders is a dick. He is. That Deion Sanders Jr., the head of that video stuff, is a dick. I'm fully convinced of that. But no, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. How are they going to protect Shador? I understand that it's North Dakota State, but they are a powerhouse in that.
But then I would flip that around and say, how are they going to contain Shador? Like when he gets out of pocket and stuff like that. I mean, they are a 1AA, what do they call it, FCS
Sure.
now, 1AA. That's what they are.
And that's
I
fair.
know that they have like the sex appeal and they win all the time. Yeah, when they play Villanova and Youngstown State, they do. But you're talking. You can say what you want about him, and I'm not a huge for him to be a top 10 draft pick in the NFL. I can't see him thriving in the NFL. I can't see that. However, they're not playing the NFL this week, and when he breaks contain, when it comes down to being an athlete, North Dakota State does not have, and Colorado has a few of these.
Sure.
And I see this a lot, like in college sports. They don't have that level of athlete.
No, well,
They do not.
Yeah, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders. I mean, come on, there's no.
Travis Hunter, pound for pound, is the best player in college football. Pound for pound. Going across, playing football.
Yeah.
He's the best football player at playing football in the nation. He is.
I don't hate that take. I think that they should focus on playing him more at corner than having him as the full-time receiver as well. But his skill set, there's nobody that can really match that. It wouldn't shock me at all if, I'm not saying that Colorado is going to be the national champions or anything, but if he has a Charles Woodson-like impactful season, it wouldn't be shocking because you saw him play offense and defense last year. I just think him playing every snap at offense oftentimes hurt his defense. You can't play 80 snaps a game. That's not sustainable. But he's good. He's really good.
I'm going to have to go ahead and veto that. Now, you can do on your own what you wish to do on your own. However, for me, I do have to say that
10 is too small.
10 is not enough.
Yeah.
It is nowhere near enough for me, especially in a game where 10, the thing with 10 is it looks so good when you're staring at it.
If this was an NFL game, I'd say stay away from it.
And Colorado can be up 3 in the fourth quarter. And what happens in these games is the horses get out of the barn. Mm-hmm. When you are out-athleted at pretty much every spot, not every spot, but pretty much every spot,
2 plays to 17-point game.
Splash plays happen, man.
Yeah.
And they happen bigly. You do as you wish. Good luck to you. It didn't speak to me. Therefore, I cannot bless it as a get right.
All right, I have faith in that you are leading me in the right direction. So I probably will end up staying away. Maybe I'll just throw a little bit, like a half unit on it, just so I can watch the game and have a good time.
Go for it, man.
Right.
Whatever a half a unit is for you, quarter, whatever it is for you, just because I'm going to be locked in. Who's not going to watch that?
Yeah.
No, of course.
You're going to watch. And you hate Deion Sanders, and you're going to watch. And that's the point.
As the Colorado football head coach and his cult of personality, yes, I do. But yes, I will watch. Preying on their downfall.
That's all the network.
You want to see him
that's
fail,
all the
but-
network cares about.
Yep.
You lost them when you said, yes, I will watch. They said, oh, I don't care about what he just said.
100%. Everybody hate watches. Everybody preys on downfalls and watches. It's just going to happen to be that I'm going to be doing it that night.
Yeah, if you're not insured through Swiss Insurance, if you don't have them get your insurance for you, you're due for a downfall.
I have a feeling that Deion Sanders is not insured through Swiss.
Oh, he's got Affleck.
Let that hate out your
That's
heart,
actually
man.
facts. Shout out. The fact that he's in a commercial with Nick Saban is makes you want to die. But now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed.
Why you
Swiss
hate him?
Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in extra fees. Call Market Swiss Insurance today at 313-530-1698 or visit their website at swissins.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
What's going on, everybody? That is right, the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League. You can register now. Programs in tackle football, cheerleading for the youth as well. The cost just $175. That gets you transportation, food, and a chance to play for a championship at Ford Field. Boys and Girls Club, Southeastern Michigan, 3C Sports, putting the youth back in youth sports. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, hour number 2. Neil Rule, Sam Flannel in for DMAC. We have KG, Young Justin, Spencer Raxter as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel, and get your thoughts out there. And a lot of people have a lot of It's funny, man, just a fan. If you hate Prime, is it Prime hate? No, I guess it would be.
I mean, I like him as a former NFL cornerback. Yeah, one of the best ever. Like, defensive players, period. I'll give you that. Just not as a Colorado
He was
coach.
the same person as a player that he is now.
But he was effective as he was the best cover corner of the time and maybe ever.
He's done 1 year at Colorado.
He's just as good as a Colorado coach as he was a player, right, KG? Right.
And won 400% more games than they won the year we showed up.
Exactly.
And had the same amount of conference wins.
And brought more ass to HBCUs, but you know.
Hey, that was great what he did at Jackson State. I'm not going to deny that, but I think
And put James Houston on your team.
They had a lot of talent on those teams that a lot of HBCUs didn't have. I'll just say that.
And beat a TCU team that,
Yeah.
handed them their second consecutive loss after the national championship game.
Yeah.
That same TCU team that lost everybody. But that's fine.
Same program.
That a TCU team that was 5-7 that year. That's all right. Do you believe?
Let that hate out your heart, Flannel.
Victory lapping after one game. He's a clown.
Okay.
Is he?
Send in the clowns.
You always want to keep a good brother down. It's all right, man.
Flannel's a D1 hater.
You're right.
I mean, as he should be, though.
Thank you, Justin.
All right, here we go.
Thank you. See when they blew that lead to 3-9 Stanford and got and made excuses for him? Get the F out of here.
Win total's 5.5 this year. I'd take the under, by the way, if you're interested. If that's your cup of tea.
Well, they do play that powerhouse Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
Nebraska's beating them, by the way.
Ooh.
You're gonna die on the Nebraska hill again,
yeah,
huh?
man.
To beat Colorado, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in college football going at it.
Okay.
I don't know about
Let's
Dylan
slow down the wheels on Dylan Raiola,
I'll even
please.
give it that one of them is probably top 5, and it's Shedeur Sanders.
But yeah. So there is that. Top 5 list coming up in just a little bit. Top 5 Gibraltar Trade Center booths, stores.
Legendary.
People are fired up about it. Here's what I've learned, though, and even this just kind of reinforces it. Yesterday with the Connor Stallions documentary, who people were like, you're talking about it again? I didn't release a documentary. Netflix did.
Yeah.
Like, it is amazing the lightning rod that is Dion. You saw the chat blow up. We just talked about him for a second in passing, just kind of talking about a game and an angle of the show. Yesterday, where people were like, we're on this again, chat blows up instantly.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild, man.
He's electric, man.
We say we hate all these things, dude, but then we comment on all of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta have some polarization. especially when it comes to certain topics. That's the key to it all. It's good when there's a wide variety of opinions. Else it's boring.
Megan wants to know, Flannel, who do you hate more, Neon Dion or Big Ben Wallace?
The fact he
I don't hate Ben
took
Wallace.
an exhale.
I hate the Colorado coach version of Deion Sanders. Yes, I do hate. I don't hate Ben Wallace.
You ready to throw that hood on?
Yep, can't say anything negative about a black man or else I'm racist.
I'm just asked the question.
Phil said Dion had more total wins last year than Flannel had good takes. Care to respond?
I disagree. I think I had at least 5. I think I had at least 5 over the totality of like a football season, to be honest. But that's up to your interpretation.
All right. Okay. Man, we made it this far. We didn't talk about Lions signing Tim Patrick
We didn't.
to the practice squad.
Yeah.
He's gonna get
elevated very quickly.
He's gonna get.
Go ahead. You spoke this into existence. Take your victory lap.
No, see, I'm not really taking a victory lap because what the Tim Patrick signing showed me is that the Lions, they value that big body X receiver. They want one on their team. When the first 53-man roster was released, it was just Isaiah Williams, Khalif Raymond, J-Mo, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. 3 out of those 4 do the majority of their work from the slot. And I wasn't necessarily upset with that. If they're all healthy, I think that that's enough. But what this showed me, the Tim Patrick move, more than anything, is that the Lions probably should have tried to hold on to Josh Reynolds. And I'm not saying that they didn't, but they might miss what Josh Reynolds brings. Obviously, they value that because they got themselves not a version of Josh Reynolds, but one of those X-6'4" type receivers who can stretch the field a bit and catches first downs. That's what Tim Patrick was. And I get it. There's also some comparisons and fair ones with him and Emmanuel Mosley because of the injuries that Tim Patrick has suffered in the last couple training camps with an ACL and then an Achilles. But he also had 700 yards in 2 consecutive seasons with Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterbacks. He also has a career 14 yards per catch, and 112 of his 143 career receptions are either for first downs or touchdowns. It has the potential to work.
He's like a Tom Kennedy type, huh? Just catches big passes?
There's volume to this, Neil. There's a volume of receptions that Tim Patrick has made and a certain archetype that Tom Kennedy would not fit. Tom Kennedy would be extremely redundant on this wide receiver core.
You know what I'm sensing, through all this? And this is in the beginning stages, but I think I have this pegged. You remember the James Houston thing we had a couple minutes ago?
Yeah.
By a couple minutes ago, I mean 2 days ago, just the absurdity of it all. And I talked about the Jared Goff thing that I believe is still under the surface. I believe it's there.
Oh, yeah.
And they are just praying for an opportunity to reveal themselves. The Jared Goff people, you know who I'm talking about. I think that this Josh Reynolds thing is going to be the next version of this.
Really?
I do. I think that people think it's a whole. There's either the people that are under the surface with it right now, because you know how the people don't want to jump out in front and make things a big deal, right? Because everybody's hyped up, we're ready to roll. There's not really any negativity that you can even bring to the forefront.
Right.
But it's in the back pocket. Don't you worry about that. It's in the back pocket for some. I do believe that this is going to be the next version of that. I do.
How do you figure, Neil?
Because of what you said. There are a growing segment of people like yourself. And look, I'm not killing you on this.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
The Josh Reynolds thing, I just think you want an explanation of it because they still do have a ton of cap space in relation to the rest of the NFL. I just believe because Reynolds signed early in free agency. I believe that there were maybe some things they had their eye on that maybe didn't materialize, that didn't shake out the way that they wanted it to shake out, and it cost them Reynolds. I would think if they knew then what they know now, maybe they would have signed Reynolds. Maybe they would have.
Yeah, if they would have known that Donovan Peoples-Jones in the preseason quarterbacks would have a 1.9 passer rating when targeting him and that he would ultimately be cut, they probably would have kept Josh Reynolds. And I'm fully confident of that. And in that regard with Donovan Peoples-Jones, it was a very inexpensive miss, and that's okay. The Lions are going to be fine.
Well, it wasn't an inexpensive miss, and this is the reason I bring this all up is people now, Lions fans, they have to be comfortable with these types of things because. Do you like Amon-Ra St. Brown locked up long term?
Yeah.
I do. Do you like Jared Goff locked up long term? I do.
Yep.
Do you like Penei Sewell locked up long term? I do. Will you like Aiden Hutchinson when he's locked up long term? I will. These are the costs. The little you can't do it all, man. The little where you can save $8 million here and you can save $3 million here and you can save $6 million there. You add all that up, that becomes $20 million real quick.
Well, and that's where Tim Patrick could ultimately, if he ever regains his form from 2020 or 2021, or at least a version of that in this Lions offense, where he could be extremely valuable because he is as depreciated as they come right now. He hasn't played a snap in the NFL since 2021. He's suffered 2 what could end up being debilitating injuries, which is why I compared him to he could potentially be the next Emmanuel Mosley. That could work out. My thing with all of this and what this told me, though, was that the Lions, they did value that X receiver. I think that they could do an offense without it as long as everybody's fully healthy. But another thing that Tim Patrick could potentially bring you is if there's injuries in the wide receiver room, maybe he's a guy that stepped up. We saw it with Josh Reynolds at the beginning of last year when J-Mo missed the first 4 games and then Amon-Ra missed game 5. Josh Reynolds was on pace for damn near 1,000 yards for that game, and then when they got fully healthy, he assumed his role and didn't produce as much. And then when they got into the playoffs against the Rams, when they needed him, he was the best receiver on the field in that first quarter in which the Lions scored 2 touchdowns, more than half of their points in that game. If they can get an inexpensive version of that with Tim Patrick, it'll be a home run. You just worry about his injuries.
All right, there's a comment here in the chat that I believe is its own segment.
Ooh.
And I'm going to address it.
Can't wait.
We're going to talk about it.
But first, if Josh Reynolds is looking to buy a new home, he might have to hit up Mark White.
Or he can sell the one he had here.
He can sell the one he had here. He can sell it to Tim Patrick, and Mark White could be right in the middle of it. Yep. Save up to $5,000 on your closing costs by hitting up Mark White and Associates, markwhitesells.com, or 248-290-8242. That's right, I said $5,000 of your closing costs. Just hit up Mark White again at 248-290-8242. Tim Patrick, if you need a home, call Mark White.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. And look, you know there's 18 Feldman Automotive locations. Yeah, you probably know that by now. And you know that Feldman Chevrolet in Novi is Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. But you might not know it doesn't matter what brand of car you want. Feldman has you covered. Ford, Kia, used car, whatever. Service on your car, whatever. It's very, very simple. FeldmanAuto.com. Start the buying process online. Walk in the door. Go pick up your car. Go about your day. It legit is that easy. It's the best car buying experience in the game. They've got the best staff in the game as well. We know we're out there all the time. I talk to these people, man. You see how they are. You see how they handle people. You see how they treat people. FeldmanAuto.com. They do it in the community. We've talked about it, the work that they did at the golf outings for the Children's Hospitals of Detroit. Community conscious, everybody. That's what we say we all want, right? FeldmanAuto.com. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy. That man with the flannel, Sam Flannel.
Polo yesterday.
Dastardly Sam Flannel.
Also known as Frederick Polo.
also known as Freddie Polo. Absolutely.
Yes.
My name is Neil Rule. That's Freddie Polo. We have KG in the house, not to be confused with DJ Polo. We have young Justin,
Not at all.
Spencer Rexter. They are quite opposite.
Quite opposite.
We'll just say it like that. I tell you guys all the time, you guys program the show as much as and Spenny's kind of our program guy, our producer, if you will.
Hello.
Does a great job. Great job.
B6.
Yeah, just lines it up, just puts it on the tee for you to knock it out of the park. He's elite. But you guys are pretty good too. And we were just talking about it. Did I do a good job of explaining that whole concept, Flannel, of we need to get comfortable with the Josh Reynolds being the cost of St. Brown, Panay, Jared Goff et al. Did I do a good job?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you might see it with like an Iffy or a Derek Barnes, just to name a couple of examples. Yes, you did.
So you understand the concept of what I'm speaking about.
Yes.
And this is new to us. So when I get pushback on it, I'll understand it. I won't agree with it, but I'll understand it because you're just not educated enough in this. It's too new. And so when I get comments in the Woodward Sports chat thread, and please jump in. I've never blocked anybody in my life, nor will I ever block anybody in my life because we need them all. But I do have to address, is it Zay?
Zay.
Zay in the chat that says, quote, stop the excuses, Neil. Really, Zay? So tell me that you don't understand how the real world works in the NFL. Tell me again how you don't understand being a good football team in the NFL and how that goes. Because guess what the Kansas City Chiefs had to do?
Mm-hmm.
They traded Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And then they won the Super Bowl. This is how it works. Twice. This is how it works, Zay. When you can cut a corner, Zay, you cut a corner. Because that's what you have to do. And guess who's coming up next? Sewell's locked up. Goff's locked up. St. Brown's locked up. Guess who's coming up next?
Hutch.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Yep.
Going to need to be locked up. You were talking about cornerstones of your team here, Zay. And this is how it's going to be. You can't keep everybody. And get comfortable with this if you're a Lions fan. Even if you're new money Lions fan. Zay, this is how it works. It's not me making excuses, Zay. It's me looking around and seeing how this works. The Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill,
Yeah.
Zay, and won the Super Bowl. Zay, twice, Zay.
Fucking Zay.
Were the Chiefs, were people making excuses for the Chiefs? Zay? No, they weren't. It's the cost of being good in the NFL. You got tough decisions you have to make. Zay? I know you're new money. And that's fine, Zay. So we'll let it go this time. But please listen this is the new economy. Mm-hmm. For good football teams, Flannel.
That's still so wild that the Chiefs were able to just trade Tyreek Hill and keep it pushing. They've won more Super Bowls without him than with him.
They changed the outlook of their team. They made it a
did.
defensive team and a running team.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, Pacheco, guys like McDuffie and Karlaftis. I mean, those are the things. Bolton,
Right.
Yeah,
Gay.
Nick Bolton's a dog.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gay.
And an elite quarterback in the game manager role.
Okay, Patrick Mahomes is not a game manager.
No, I said an elite quarterback in the game manager role because they turned into a defensive and running team.
Patrick Mahomes had an MVP in 2020.
That's his name.
That's his name. Willie Gay is his name.
Gay.
Chanel. Maybe I'll bring it. Leo Chanel.
Leo
too.
Chanel's a dog.
Leo Chanel is certainly a
Willie
dog.
Gates is a very good player as well.
Snead.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was one of the big ones too. I mean, he was there when Tyreek Hill was there, but they drafted him, I believe, in 2020. But yeah, your point is well taken because I was saying this during the break, or even at the end of a last break. You're going to have to make some decisions after this season on Levi Onwuzurike, Ife Melifonwu, and Derek Barnes. Not all of them are going to be here.
Yeah.
And
Aleem McNeil too.
How did I forget Aleem McNeil?
Yeah,
it's just
that's probably the biggest one.
I know it is the biggest one. I just put him almost in a separate category, but he is the one Imagine a world where Aleem McNeil doesn't get paid. And I'm not saying that I want it to happen. I'm just saying that it's on the table. When you draft as well as Brad Holmes has, you're going to have to give guys hefty extensions, which he has. And we're going to see it with Hutch as well. And down the road, you might, down the road, like a Brian Branch, a Laporta, I think those two are probably the most likely in terms of that draft class. So not everyone's going to get to come with you. There might even be a scenario one day, and I'm not calling for it, to where Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't make it past his first 5 years. He's a running back.
That's very likely, by the way.
Yes.
I mean, history says it.
Yes.
Zay in the chat, Reynolds was cheap as hell. Got a 2-year, $9 million deal. Guess what else we have to be comfortable with, Zay et al.? You know what that is? Khalif Raymond steps up and takes a 3 job.
Yep.
That's how this is going to work. You can't have them both.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have them both. And Khalif Raymond's on the same deal as Reynolds.
Yeah.
Except he's got to cheap out after this year if they do want to cut him, if he doesn't seize the job. Khalif Raymond is the third receiver. Even for the Tim Patrick, like, I know that our numbers banged when we put out a tweets and everything talking about, Tim Patrick's here. Guess what? To the Lions, they hope it never comes to that. In the Lions' perfect world, guess what? Khalif Raymond catches 50, 60 passes next year for 700 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Well, and with Khalif Raymond, we've said it before. The things you can count on from Khalif Raymond, ever since he's been a Lion, he's going to get you about 550 yards, and he's going to make a play or two throughout the season where you're just like, wow, who had the punt return against the Jets? A game you don't win without it. Mm-hmm. Khalif Raymond. Who caught the touchdown pass from Tom Kennedy? Khalif Raymond. Who caught a touchdown on a flea flicker in the Seattle Seahawks game? Khalif Raymond. Who had that catch where he landed at like the 1 foot line on one of the greatest throws I've ever seen from Jared Goff?
That was the best throw I've ever
at
seen.
Green Bay. Khalif Raymond. So there's certainly value to him. It's just when it comes to Tim Patrick, I just think it's more of like an archetype thing. I think the whole wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 4 is a little bit semantical.
Right, but it's going to be Khalif Raymond. Period, end of story.
He makes plays for the Lions. He gets open.
And nobody's talking about Khalif Raymond. Nobody through all the. You would have thought that we had Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams, and then we were destitute the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Like we were strung out on the street corner.
Yeah.
See, I disagree. I think people just know that he's going to be there. Like there was no positional battle for
you mean
Raymond.
like everything you want in a third wide receiver?
If there's one, and I'm not saying I agree with this. If there's one flaw with like a Khalif Raymond being on as to where you don't necessarily want him as your 3, and this is semantical. You could argue that he's a little redundant with Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then you add Isaiah Williams to the mix. They're all primarily slot guys, although they can all play outside to some extent. Although Isaiah Williams didn't do that hardly at all at Illinois.
Play quarterback.
Not like, a little bit, but
I would bet, if I'm a betting man, I would put money on an Isaiah Williams touchdown pass this year.
That wouldn't be shocking at all. Might be a return man too.
Yeah.
Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there, Art Vandalay. But Zay won his fantasy football league, though, Neil. Yes, I know. Neil excuse machine. Okay. Cat spot. That's a dumb take by Neil because the only teams that have won Super Bowls paying quarterbacks huge contracts have had elite quarterbacks. Detroit model doesn't work. Brandon Katz is on exit 4 on the highway.
And Easy even came to terms with that Goff is under the 12% rule this year.
I saw that text he put in the thread.
Yes.
That is my problem with Easy right there.
It's true.
It's true.
There's only 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, this year, yes.
Yeah, so
he's cool with it.
Yeah.
But then next year he's not.
Well, because then you get hit with a bigger cap hit. And there's only
but that's the only way you can have them.
There's only 3 quarterbacks in the history of the NFL that have won over that percentage, and it's Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes. And Goff is under that number this year. And I think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, well, they're going to get one at some point, as I said with this regime.
Yes.
Well,
May not be this year, but they will get one.
I think it's going to be this year.
Well, and that's what I don't understand when Zay says excuse making. Zay, gay. Probably shouldn't have done that. I was mentioning Willie Gay's name earlier, and that just slipped out. No, what?
Canceled.
Cancel him now.
Oh, I fucking love you, Flannel.
What's Zay? We all think that it's good, that it's Super Bowl or bust for the Lions this season. So I don't get what he's saying about excuse making. The expectations haven't changed. So I don't know if he was trying to use something different or what, but the expectations haven't changed.
So what are your feelings on the knobs?
All right.
Let's go to break.
Shout out Willie Gay,
please.
starting linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs. Shout out Rudy Gay.
Shout out Rudy
He
Gay.
had himself a
So
nice
anybody
year.
with the
met him in
last
LA.
name Gay.
I met Rudy Gay in L.A. He's a cool guy. Gay. What about KDK Law?
No, continue it.
No, I don't think I will.
I don't recall.
We just want to know your stance. That's all.
What are you talking about?
Right. Let's just go to break.
All right, guys, let's reel it in here for a minute. Okay, we're talking about something serious. Are you dealing with divorce, child custody, child visitation, any other family law issues? Yes, this is serious. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham will have your back. Why would you not roll out with somebody with over 10 years of experience? And the most important thing, if we're talking about like child custody, child visitation, stuff like that, I bet that you're losing sleep over it. They have 24/7 availability. Get the best on your side. Scan the QR code on your screen right now. Say Woodward Sports sent you. KDK will pay your filing fee. KDK Law, right here in Birmingham, they have your back.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Be careful, everybody.
Yeah.
Be careful. I'm a pro. I'm a seasoned pro. I'm telling you guys to be careful.
He needed to be careful.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Think you know somebody, man.
Easy. I remember when we first had I'm not even gonna do it. It was literally the first tweet from the Heavyweights Twitter account.
What was it?
It's just something. He was like, Elton John's one of the gays, and he's all right. I was like, easy, come on, bro. Like, it's literally the first tweet. What are you doing?
Trying to derail
I
y'all.
was like, you can't say the gays like this. It was funny though.
The flannel makes sense though. It makes sense now.
The fact too that nobody brought up Tyson Gay, Olympic hero.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's true.
You guys should be ashamed of yourself.
Hey, William Gay, remember former defensive
Marvin
back?
Gaye. I saw someone say on the Woodward
Yeah.
Sports chat.
Yeah.
Maybe the best of them all.
Yeah.
There you go. Are we done? Let me know when you guys are done.
It's too late.
Can I tell you about my top 5 list?
Yes.
All right, it is time for
Yes.
the top. And guys, I've been waiting for this one.
At these 411
Top five.
top 5 gays.
I'm stunned that one was brought out
Right.
MPH is up there for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah,
Probably
you
number
Gay.
1.
Yeah.
there. Dude, Tyson Gay might be it.
Yeah.
For real.
What about Marvin Gaye?
No, Marvin Gaye is.
Yeah, but he loses points because there's an E on the end, right?
What about, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
2K16 Rudy Gay.
No, stop
Absolutely
it.
unstoppable.
Rudy was nice with it.
I dropped 75 points. in
No,
Rudy
he
Gay.
used to go crazy
Yeah.
in 2K. Neil, don't you realize? He was a
All right.
superstar.
Top 5 Wednesday, everyone. There's been a lot of excitement for this one, judging by you guys in the chat. And it is Top 5 Gibraltar Trade Center booths.
Yeah.
For those of you that know, you know. For those of you that don't. This is segmented, all right? Sam Flannel has no idea what Gibraltar Trade Center is.
Damn shame.
He going to learn today.
He going to learn today.
Right.
He going to learn. Young Justin, no idea what Gibraltar Trade Center is.
He going to learn.
Flannel will read DMAC's list. We will react accordingly to DMAC's when Flannel reads them. I'm telling you guys now, see what you guys did? You wrecked this. Now people are talking about Liberace, Elton John.
Freddie Mercury. That's a good
he's
one.
up there.
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
I don't know. I can't confirm that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dwight Howard.
No, Dwight is other stuff, man.
Who's got that Kentucky video? Is that AD or Cat?
No, that's AD.
That's Anthony Davis.
What's the talking?
That one's a bad look.
No, that was horrible.
All right, so top 5 list.
What happened?
Man, it's
What happened?
I love our chat.
There will be no more references to, quote, Liberace.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right.
We're done with that.
Rest in peace.
Be an adult. Grow up. Okay, top 5. Top 5 list.
Start laughing,
Top 5 Gibraltar Trade Center booths. I want it on here.
Wile E. Coyote's gay?
Oh, man. All right.
Okay.
I want, and again, all of the flooding of the chat right now. Somebody legit said in the chat they have a tattoo from Gibraltar Trade Center.
It's true.
So,
That poor soul.
legit has it. So without any further ado, why is it a top 5 list?
Because it's half as boring as a top 10 list.
I resent that. Go ahead.
It's
Go
accurate, though.
Go ahead.
You
All
resent
right.
something else, too.
All right, here we go, everybody. Top 5 Gibraltar Trade Center booths.
My top
Spencer
5.
Raxter.
At number 5, this is the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
The harmonica booth.
They did,
They
didn't
had a
they?
booth with strictly harmonicas. And it was really cool.
And don't act like you didn't buy one.
I bought one for
100%.
sure. Never knew how to play it, but it was cool. I think it was a Star Wars harmonica that I
Yeah.
bought. They had a booth of strictly harmonicas. That was a very cool booth. At number 4, the weapons from the Far East.
We know where that is.
Swords.
Yeah, the ninja swords.
Samurai swords.
The ninja stars.
Yes.
All the nunchucks. We had so many of those in my house. There were multiple samurai swords, a couple nunchucks, a couple bow staffs. It was very cool. At number 3, I've got the exotic pets booth.
Yes.
I've bought a
It's
lizard.
on my list.
I've bought a lizard or two from Gibraltar. I mean, that's what happens. They don't live very long.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
But you
cool.
bought it.
But you got one, yeah. So at number 2, I have the manga and
Look
comic
at how
book
fired up
station.
he is about the lizard.
The
lizard
lizards were awesome.
Yeah.
The exotic pet station, come on. At number 2, I got the manga and comic books because there's just so much of the manga section and the comic book section. I would go there. I would buy a shit ton of it. We had so many different Spider-Man comic books,
Yep.
so many different Dragon Ball and One Piece and Bleach manga. And then at number 1, the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh card booth
man,
that
loved it.
you didn't know if they were real.
Yeah.
You didn't know if they
They
were
were.
fake. You saw the coolest graphic of Dark Magician you've ever seen,
Right.
and it ends up just being a sticker you could pull
Yeah, that
right
shit
off.
peel right
And
off.
It's got like Karibo. It's actually like a Karibo.
All
card.
Japanese, right?
Yeah. But yeah, man, that was part of the mystique. So that's where it was.
Rock solid list, Spenmo, as I expected
shit.
from you.
Yeah.
And as young as you are.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you're so versed in Gibraltar trade.
Gibraltar is the
It's a
spot.
staple of Macomb
Yeah,
County,
for sure.
especially southern Macomb County where you reside.
For sure.
Phil wants to know, nunchucks? Of course they had
Of
nunchucks.
course they had nunchucks.
My
Absolutely.
parents wouldn't let me get them.
Yeah.
Because they were like real-ass nunchucks.
Yeah, they
for
were
real.
legitimate.
You can hurt somebody with
There
them.
were hardwood nunchucks and metal nunchucks.
Yeah, that chain wasn't going anywhere
no,
on them.
no.
They were real-ass nunchucks.
Just
Yeah.
like the Ninja Stars. You can hurt somebody.
R.A. Brown, number 5, thumbs up. So
They
there
had
you
a
go.
whole ass harmonica booth. It was
Yeah.
sweet.
Yes, Tyler M. Which Gibraltar Trade Center, the original Taylor or Mount Clemens? Whichever one
Clemens.
you feel, but we shade towards Mount Clemens.
Yes, we do.
We absolutely do. KG,
Yes, sir.
Batting second.
Mine is
Top
more
5 Wednesday. Top 5 Gibraltar
Spinny had
stands.
a dope one. Mine is
What
more
is that? Did you get that on a T-shirt at Gibraltar Trade Center? Airbrush?
I did not. No, this is a Snapchat filter. So, but that is what I'm going to look like
That's
at
on
60.
that was on a T-shirt at the Gibraltar Trade Center
It may have
airbrush
been.
stand.
You could have absolutely got that at Gibraltar Trade Center, but
That's what KG's going to look like on opening day if
they
Javi
were
Baez is still on the roster.
If they were still around, I would legit get that on
I
an
would get
airbrush
that for
T-shirt.
sure.
you're damn right with a Looney Tunes character on there too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
FJ 1967. FJ 1967. The pizza there was so greasy.
No,
It was.
no, my honorable mention is the food court because man, that pizza was so good but so greasy.
Pools of grease on
Oh
that
my, it was
pizza.
so good though.
Oh, yeah.
You can get beer there, beer, peanuts, anything you can get at a baseball
Oh, yeah.
game, you can get at Gibraltar Trade Center, man.
Hold on. Keel says that disgusting hemp clothing stand.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
So all right, so honorable mentions was the food court, of course, and the sports memorabilia stand, of course. The jerseys, the autographed everything, the cards, it was all great, man. But coming in at number 5 was just one of my first memories of Gibraltar, the work clothes stand. Now, my mother, shout out to my mom, Crystal, I love you. She was a CNA for over 25, almost 30 years, and they would sell scrubs, nursing scrubs at the works.
And jumpsuits. They would have the jumpsuits. Yeah.
They had it all, man. So we would go there to buy scrubs. That's why we were even in Gibraltar in the first place.
Hold on, real quick. Zay in the chat. Damn, this store sounds lit. It is,
No.
Zay. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Number 4, the knockoff jewelry
Oh,
stand.
yeah.
How do you not love the knockoff jewelry stand, man? They had,
Don't act like you didn't have tons of chains. from
listen,
there.
the best cubic zirconia this state
for
has
sure.
ever produced.
The herringbone chain.
Oh my god,
Dude, I believe they handled the whole film cast for New Jack City at Gibraltar Trade Center.
The puka
CME.
shells. They had the puka shells
Yeah.
too.
No, they did, man. Shout out everything on that damn counter. Return your neck green. But at number 3, the cinnamon almond stand.
Yeah.
Yes.
A staple.
Can't
Prominent
go wrong.
on my list.
Yes, one of the first smells you smell when you walk in, next to the smell of like depression and you know,
and desperation.
Yes. At number 2, like Spitty said, the Japanese weapons stand, the Far East stand.
It was all real shit.
It was real metal.
And the funny part is, this was right next to the gun stand. The gun stand was right next to the Japanese weapons stand.
I still got one. I can bring in my ninja sword tomorrow.
Oh man, I'll bring in nunchucks if you do.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
a pair of nunchucks.
Oh, I'll bring in all
Detroit
three.
Arrow, the leather stand with the long duster coat.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yes, and the fake furs. But at number 1, I had to look up the name of this stand. It's the comics and stuff stand. Literally everything.
Oh, yeah.
Movies, VHS, DVD, video games, wrestling memorabilia, comics, anime, anything you wanted at this stand. I used to live at this stand. I begged my mom for something from this stand every time. That is my top 5 Gibraltar stands.
Nick Hedigen chimes in. Yo, the No Limit chain was my favorite Gibraltar purchase
Yeah.
of all
Oh
time.
yeah.
The no limit chain at Gibraltar. That's crazy, bro. The no limit chain at Gibraltar.
Oh my God! And Flannel, you see this working right now, and I know you have you can't pull relevance to it because you are not from here in
The
your
Illinois
youth.
mind cannot
Your
comprehend.
Illinois mind cannot comprehend. But picture the flea market.
Yeah.
Okay, that's essential. It
On
was
steroids.
It was the greatest flea market in the history of flea markets.
Yeah.
No,
You could
buy
get all these items there.
appliances, like you name it, they
Yeah.
probably sold it.
You could buy a child, like you
Yeah,
could,
for real.
you
Some
could
of those
get
corridors in that place
Yeah.
was weird.
You could get anything.
Ron K. I was there, spent $35 and got a huge bag of beef jerky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike G. Mike G's kind of a bullshitter, so I don't know if he's being true, but he says, I still have my nunchucks and throwing stars
No,
from
I
Gibraltar.
believe it.
They were real ass throwing stars.
Yes,
Flannel.
I told
could-
you.
They had wood there. You could throw the
Yes.
stuff into to try it out.
Yeah.
wow.
It was legendary.
Yes, man.
It's funny because I'm a privy to Neil and D-Mac's lists already, but just hearing your guys's, what the F is that place?
Oh, it's a magical place.
It is. R.I.P., man.
All
I
right.
should have gotten here a little earlier.
Now, D-Mac is not here, so we'll have you do this.
Yes.
Flannel, you can read the list we'll do the reactions accordingly. Darren McCarty's top 5 Gibraltar stands.
All right, number 5. This actually seems relatively tame. Detroit T-shirts.
Yeah. And they're a close cousin of the airbrush KG on the face shirt. I demand that. I need to get that.
Yeah, we got to get Tweety Bird in the background.
Yeah, it's always a random Looney Tunes character on there.
No doubt about it.
No, honestly, shout out to him. There's probably some with McCarty 25 on the big
facts.
And number 4, Knives Are Us.
Yes, this was a close cousin to the
Far East
store. What is it without? What is a flea market without an off-brand knife store?
Absolutely,
all knives all the time.
All knives all the time, and they the same deal. Like you could test the sharpness of it. Now you bought them and you brought them home. They got dull as hell.
Very fast.
I was looking at old pictures. They had a contact lens stand. No joke, bro. No joking.
You know them were used.
You're right.
You know they were.
Yes.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay. Number 3, memorabilia and sports cards.
All fake.
I'll get to it. I have it on my list. I'll expand more.
Yes.
All right, number 2, the leather store.
The only place you were buying a leather jacket. I'm talking like now before people came in, with trench coats and shot up schools. This was before that time, where you would, it was trench coats were normalized.
You could wear a duster and not be a flight risk.
Right. Absolutely, this was a glorious time. You could go get a leather trench coat and not be wondered about when you walked in a building.
Yeah.
Hey, that's back when we were a real country, and I don't even know just that description. Sounds like a type of place I want to be in. All right, and number 1, Juggalo watching.
Yeah.
And that's what it all. And it's not even a booth.
No, that was the era.
It's not even a booth.
Yeah. That was the era of the Juggalo.
It's the reason you went.
Yeah.
It's the reason you went was just to see the other people. If you were down on your luck, if things weren't going your way, if you had a lot of questions about your life, you could just pay the $1.50 and park your car at Gibraltar and look around for 20 minutes and be like, you know what, I'm okay.
My life's not that bad.
I'm okay. I'm thriving.
Like I said, you thought Walmart was bad.
Yeah.
Walmart went.
This was the OG Walmart.
This was super Walmart.
Super Walmart people watching.
Oh yeah.
So it is.
It was the best.
Man, I learned some things about the Juggalo culture when I got here, because I had a former boss who actually claims to be a former Juggalo.
Oh, wow.
And when I heard that at ICP concerts that they pour Faygo on the audience.
Oh, yeah.
They was doing more than that.
And they had sex in the mud.
Yeah, they was doing a lot more than that.
So much griminess. Bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's what being a Juggalo is.
Juggalo is grimy culture,
and guess where you can get the little parachute pants with the chains on them? At
Gibraltar. There you can go. You can come full circle. A tour, LMAO, I think Neil is fibbing about how many times he went to Gibraltar. I'm a pretty big memorabilia guy, so I was at Gibraltar a fair amount. And plus, remember, too, I grew up in Roseville.
It's not that far.
It's not that far away.
The stuff in there is cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. My parents worked in the car factories, man. Grew up in Roseville.
Oh, yeah, you was in Gibraltar for sure.
No, 100% I was there.
Yeah.
And here's your list.
And I think it's what makes me who I am, because, yes, I can live in the hills of Washington Township and look down on everyone. But I know what it's like. Yeah. I know what you people down there are going through. I went through it too at one time. And if you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, maybe you can do it too. All right. My top 5. That's an old school Big Neil picture back then.
Bootstraps. Hey, look at that.
Absolutely, That's back in the Big Neil days.
That's one furnace Neil right there.
That is true. My top 5 Gibraltar stand. Number 5, the cinnamon almond stand. It created the most unique smell because that was the first thing you noticed. And then it wasn't until you took a couple steps in that you smelled despair and desperation
and fake carpet
and failure. But hey, that just goes to show you the power of the cinnamon almond stand. Even got you through the tough times at Comerica Park. Number 4, the tattoo stand. I do not have a tattoo. It's wild to me that there was a tattoo stand, and that it thrived.
Yeah.
I never not saw anyone in there getting a tattoo.
Entrance. Oh yeah, it was right by the entrance.
There was always somebody getting a tattoo.
Yeah,
always. And those guys had pretty dirty fingernails that were putting the tattoos on. I'm just saying.
Those needles were not clean.
That was not a quality tattoo.
No, it was not a quality tattoo. Number 3, the pet store. The same vein. Now, Spenny and I were kids back then.
Yep.
We didn't understand. He just thought it was cool. You could get an iguana.
Yeah.
Or a lizard or a chameleon or something like that. It wasn't until I started
It's dead in a week.
And it wasn't until like I started going to South Florida regularly for work, I understood how that trade worked.
Yeah.
They would just go down there and take them and bring them up here. And bring them up here and sell them to Spenny.
Wholesale.
In an environment they had no chance to live in.
They're not acclimated to Midwest.
Hey, they got
weather.
it off, though. They got them off.
Yeah.
If you're buying an iguana in January,
it's not going to work.
He's not going to see February. I'll tell you that.
It's not going to work. But shout out, hey, now I'll never hate your hustle.
Yeah.
The Tapestry Oriental Rug Store.
The fake tapestries.
They had the rugs up on you flip through them like posters back in the day. And people were buying it, man.
yeah.
People were buying it, right?
Bedbug Central.
Oh,
over
yeah,
there.
big facts. Big facts.
Yeah, no doubt. And number one, the memorabilia and sports card store. You could get a Darren McCarty autograph there, a Braylon Edwards autograph, all of it.
Yeah.
All of it. They would have the signings. I bought my Andre Ware signed Houston mini helmet.
There you go.
Fun fact, I told you I do the memorabilia.
Yeah.
I collect Heisman winners. Mini helmets.
Nice.
That is where I got my Andre Ware signed Houston mini helmet. So that is there.
The stolen rims and car stereo.
Car stereo was the one. Now I purchased.
Freddie Felt said that.
I purchased an amp from there, and subsequently my trunk caught on fire. I swear to God it did. I swear to God it did.
Oh, yeah.
Spitty, I'm gonna try and put this in the camera, and if y'all can see, I wasn't lying. You see the contact lens stand. There is a contact lens stand at the goddamn Gibraltar Trade Center.
Oh man, what a magical place.
I wish I could have
was
experienced
beautiful.
it.
I wish you could have. All right, here's what we'll do. We'll read the reactions. We'll take the break. We'll read the reactions. I thought they were going to squeeze the college football segment, and we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
because the reactions are electric. Tell them about Randy Wise.
Yes. How would you like to play with a legend like Darren McCarty, Kurt Gibson, Braylon Edwards, or Calvin Johnson? It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Register today, and you could play like a VIP. Go to @woodwardsports.com or scan the code on the screen. When it comes to your next car or truck, make the wise decision. Randy Wise Automotive.
And let me tell you about the watch party and the post-game show. All season long, the best Lions coverage is here on Woodward Sports. These two will be live at Hayes Social if you want to come out and hang with the boys. Heavyweights for the watch party. Stick and Anson for the post-game show like always. Presented by Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Make sure you come out to Hayes Social. It's going to be a great season.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over. Make sure you tap in for the best pizza, biscuits, and chicken in the game. Find one near you at Sorokis.com. Soroki's. Now that's crispy.
All right. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Ton of fun. Adie's 411, great segment. R.I.P. Gibraltar.
R.I.P. Gibraltar.
What a time to be alive,
no doubt. Amp,
What a time.
And if you have your best app, just throw them in the chat, man. We're Amp should the burnt CD stands. LOL.
Yeah, they had them. They had them. They were selling bootleg movies, all that, man.
Wow.
FJ 1967, Gibraltar, then dinner at Po Folks. So there's that one there as well. Ryan Miller has an update. The pet store got shut down for their practices.
I'm not surprised.
Yes, it did. Freddie Felt 303. Stolen rims and car stereos should be number one. I did.
Yeah.
It did. Let's go.
Did you say you had a story about speakers or something?
Yeah, I bought an amp from there that I hooked up to my kickers in the trunk. My trunk caught on fire.
Yeah.
Couple days after the install, not right away. Couple days after the self-install. Now, to be fair, that could have been a multitude of things.
Yeah.
It could have been user error.
Yeah.
It probably was user error. It probably was.
Not the truck on fire.
It could have been product default.
Yeah.
Kyle, You know, it wasn't like I got a good. You know, I didn't get Rockford Fosgate amps or anything.
You thought
like
they was
that.
Kenwoods. They
wasn't. No, yeah, there wasn't Kenwoods or Rockford Fosgate. It was Pyle. I'm not gonna lie. You know, it stated 5,000 watts. It wasn't. It was like 400 tops.
Right.
You know, I know. It could have been it. Mike G, the best is that you could still haggle at Gibraltar for your bottle rockets
You
purchase.
could negotiate.
Yeah.
That is a factor in Gibraltar. You could definitely negotiate with most of the people in there.
Yep.
Ryan Miller, nobody mentioning the donut hole stand. Man, those were good.
Yeah.
The donut hole stand was good.
Solid.
Chris Blackburn, starter jackets. You know what I like about this segment, too? You're seeing a lot of people in the chat that you don't normally see.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
They coming out.
Flannel, how sad are you that you were never a part of this?
Oh, extremely sad.
You had these spots in Western Illinois, did you not?
I mean, we had not really to the not
You
really
didn't have
like
anything
this.
in Western Illinois. It sucks.
I mean, at Macomb, in Macomb, Illinois, there wasn't a whole lot. It was basically just like the campus, and it was a really small college town. But Springfield, Illinois, land of Lincoln, the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Museum. Horseshoes.
All right,
That sounds terrible.
Horseshoes.
Museums.
Horseshoes.
Power
Boy,
down.
if you don't get the
Hey, Flannel, power down.
Mellow cream donuts.
no, we good, bro.
Yeah. Corey Berry, completely OSHA compliant tattoo stand. Completely OSHA compliant.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way. John, the gun and knife shows were legendary.
Oh, the NRA boys was
you
out
could
at them
buy
boys.
power tools right next to the harmonica stand.
You could, man.
Oh, dude, it was the best.
Yeah.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Skydog. I got a piston starter jacket at Gibraltar. I think the Wings one in my profile picture was bought there as well. Let's go, Revving Sparty. Neil looks like an airbrush T-shirt stand cashier in that picture.
No, you do.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Absolutely. Keel, pyramid speakers as far as the eye could see. Those bum-ass pyramid speakers.
Yeah, for sure.
Try to get those 6x9s. Could you save that money from your job?
A lot of pyramid schemes as well. A lot of pyramid schemes going around there.
Oh, yeah.
Some Cutco knives. You could do, yeah. Oh,
I wouldn't doubt organ donation was going on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
For
Some
sure.
of them corridors, you did not want to make the wrong turn.
You could definitely buy a child at Gibraltar in its peak.
You probably couldn't buy the child at Gibraltar.
You could buy like
but
a waiver.
a child was 1 to 2 phone calls away.
Yeah. Yeah, you could buy like a token to redeem for a child.
DNC ENT. I do like
That's why.
the younger folk chiming in. DNC ENT. Did this place get raided? It sounds like it should have. No, it shouldn't have.
It was a staple.
It was.
Cops knew. They knew what was
right,
going
they knew
on.
what was
It was
up.
like have you ever seen The Wire? Like the Amsterdam season of The Wire where they have that one area of Baltimore where they just let everybody do drugs.
Yep.
Like that was Gibraltar. Like
Right.
they just let the shady shit happen because they knew the community would police itself.
And then if you go after somebody in Gibraltar, you're going to lose them.
Yeah.
It's too many fucking stands.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
too many spots.
You can make an easy getaway.
Easy getaway. Couple right turns, you out.
You're out. Never to be seen again.
Yeah.
Mike G. I always got my car stereo gear from Mickey Shore. Are we sure that was from Mike G or was that from Jesus?
Could be
in Bloomfield.
Right. Mickey Shore.
Oh,
You buy your marine audio equipment from Mickey Shore, don't you?
I don't even know who Mickey Shore is.
Is Mickey Shore still around?
Yeah, they're still around.
That's crazy, bro.
What is 14 in Van Dyke?
Yeah.
When I'm driving to DCFC, I pass by
That's
it all
wild.
the time. Yeah, I'm sad that I'm sad I left the furniture store out, and I'm sad I left the neon light store.
Oh, yeah, the neon lights was fun.
That was bad
They
on
had
me.
different little animated pictures you could put on your wall and stuff.
Who farted said it wasn't quite the black market. It was the dark brown market.
Exactly.
It was about as close as it gets to a legitimate like black market.
Yes.
Oh, that was good stuff, man.
Nick Hedigan, who was Mickey's competitor. They had the red and the gray sign. I forget what it was.
Oh, Mickey Shore?
Cartoons.
No, it was another place before that, I thought.
No, like their competitor. I think it was Cartoons.
Yeah. I think that's what they became. They were called something else, though. But yeah.
All right. You could I know you could get fitness equipment at Planet Fitness, but for that you would have been better off just going to Planet Fitness because you're not going to save any money not going to Planet Fitness. It's only $24.99 a month for a black card. There's over 50 locations in Metro Detroit, over 2,600 around the world, and your black card gets you into all of them. Planet Fitness changed my life. I'll never be a member at it. You saw the picture before. You saw what it was. Planet Fitness helped me change that, and it can do the same for you. Go to planetfitness.com, join there, pull in the parking lot on the way home. You can join there as well. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out the injury expert analysis that's provided by Dr. Jeff Pierce of the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday right here on Big D Energy, every Thursday with Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that Darren McCarty trusted with his career. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more info, go to michigansportsandspine.com. Dr. Pierce, his visits here also powered by MRI of Southfield. All right, final segment of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Sam Flannel in for DMAC the rest of the week. KG, Young Justin, of course, Spencer Raxter as well. LFG says Gibraltar Trade Center changed my life.
Yeah.
It's for the good and the bad.
You had to be there, man.
Just get you caught up to date with some of the signings that have been going around. Ian Rappaport says the Kansas City Chiefs has signed Bailey Zappi to their practice squad, so he's there. Desmond Ritter has signed with the Cardinals practice squad. Austin Reed has signed with the Bears practice squad. Sam Hartman has signed with the Commanders practice squad.
Lions brought back Trevor Nowaski.
Trevor Nowaski is back with the Lions as well. The Panthers have signed 4 cornerbacks since Tuesday's cuts. So there's that one
They
out
must
there.
have a problem at that position.
They must, and it's not even their biggest problem, which is pretty wild to say. The Cowboys signed Dalvin Cook, for those that missed. They have a great running game 7 years ago.
Oh, the Los Angeles Chargers grabbed Hassan Haskins.
Weird.
Hey.
Putting the band back together.
I mean, J.K. Dobbins is probably going to get hurt.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's safe to assume.
That's a fair
But
bet.
Gus Edwards will not.
That's facts.
He's my low-key dude. I got Gus Edwards handcuffed to J.K. Dobbins in every draft I did.
Yeah.
Hey, but Hassan Haskins, a nice depth piece running back. Actually, probably not. He hasn't done a whole lot.
Oh, Tennessee grabbed a defensive end out of Louisiana State, Ollie Gay.
Look at
Add
that.
list.
There you go.
Stand up.
Somebody Sam hates.
Yeah, it all
Come on. Come on. It all started because I was mentioning the good Chiefs defensive players, William Gay.
And Tennessee also grabbed defensive back out of East Carolina, Julius Wood. So
we're going down this route?
Tennessee grabbed Gay Wood on waivers.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
That's just factual statement.
Those are the last names of the people that they signed.
How does that make you feel?
Fine.
Gay Wood now in Tennessee. Well,
I think that's a good place to stop. I really think that it is. GW the Kid, Jesus, stay up, man. It was good having you around in studio.
Any final words?
Any final words in
Stay
studio?
up, bro.
It was an absolute pleasure to be a part of Big D. I hope that when I come back, there is a possibility that I can do something involved again with Big D because I enjoyed my time here. Thank you so much to all you guys for anything and everything that you guys have done. And thank you, chat, for all the support. I appreciate it so much.
You got the drive, man. You're willing to pay the price. I admire that. I see a lot of myself in you. So that is it. No, Freddie Felt. I will not be saying "Welp, gay you later." No, I will not. I will not be doing that.
Flannel might get mad.
As a matter of fact.
Come on. She's a...
Anything else for you to say? All right, you know what? Why am I bearing the brunt of this all? Why do I always have to do the heavy lifting?
Right.
Your thoughts on the show today? What did you like? What did you not like, Flannel? What can we be better at tomorrow?
I mean, I would love to talk about college football tomorrow, but I understand the Gibraltar Trade Center kind of hijacked it.
Also, not enough college for you, huh?
KG, I can't win with you today, man. Can't I?
Why is that? What specifically about working with KG do you not enjoy?
Oh, I love working with KG. We've had a long day today together, and it's a good day. Though. A good day with KG. Hey, Juices too. And speaking of which, gonna miss you, man. And but it's not goodbye. You will still be here, following the footsteps of Noah and Caleb.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Would have thought he was the safety on that backpedaling.
Steve Lehman, Neil, is it because of the two furnaces that you see a lot of yourself in Jesus? Maybe that is it. Maybe that is it.
Could be true.
Yeah. That could be it.
Yeah, he has a boat in Petoskey.
Jaguar.
Yeah. F-type.
I'm not going to mention Flannel and whose swords he's falling on. By the way,
I knew that was coming.
Maybe one from Gibraltar trade.
Bring Jesse Winker home, though, please. In free agency, Tigers bring Jesse Winker home.
Oh, you falling on that one?
I will fall on that one.
All right. That's enough, everybody. Please, let's get out of here while we're still ahead. All right. For Sam Flannel, for KG, for the final time in studio, for young Justin, and for Spencer Raxter, my name's Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy. Well, see you later.